this time, I welcome the president of North Canton JCs, Mr. Jamie McCLEASTER. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Jamie McCLEASTER, 710 Pierce Avenue Northwest, and as Mr. President said, I am the president of the North Canton JCs. So I'm here tonight because a couple weeks ago, as we were conducting our safety count, several of us got talking, and we really realized that all the events that we do here within our community for the residents of our community, there really isn't an event that doesn't involve some sort of collaboration with the city of North Canton. So I wanted to just take a moment, and actually the board wanted to take a moment to thank the city for one, and thank the city's safety services, but also just give you kind of a quick rundown about the JCs and what we've done this year. The JCs were started in North Canton in 1946, and currently we have around 35 members. And these members are dedicated to the community, and actually I'm blessed to be joined with Annie Yoder, who's one of our board members, and she's also on the state JCs. She's here with me tonight. Our members really do live by the JC Creed, and the last line of the JC Creed is probably my favorite, and it is, "Service to humanity is the best work of life." And I think that every one of our members really do take that to heart as we bring community programs to the community and to the residents. We start out our year, at least we started out this year, with our annual Easter egg hunt that is held over at Dogwood Park. And it is quite an exciting time because there are 250 to 300 kids that are in the North Canton City School District, and believe it or not, we hide 7,000 candy-filled eggs. Now, I don't know if we got them all back, so if you guys are bored someday, feel free to go over there and take a look around. You might find one. I don't know if I'd recommend eating it after this amount of time, but it's just amazing to see these kids running around. And the story that I can think of as far as the city collaboration there is I can remember the past 2 years, I've seen our chief of police, Stephen Wilder, out directing traffic. The guy that I will forever remember is my DARE officer from 6th grade. Now the chief of police is out directing traffic. Not because we asked him to, but because, he felt it in his heart that it was good for the people that were there, several hundred people that were there, to be out there and protect the people that were attending. The Special Olympics, which, is just such a great event. I had the honor of being there with Mayor Held as we both spoke at the opening ceremony. That speaker system was a little bit, it was a little hard getting used to with the delay. You could almost have a conversation with yourself. It was quite interesting. We did have 200 athletes from over 6 counties. This basically is akin to their, we have high school football on Fridays here, throughout Stark County. This is akin to their high school sports. They come together and do the track and field events. We have the city EMSs out there making sure everybody's safe, and heaven forbid if there's an injury or somebody gets overheated, they're there to make sure everybody's okay. We move on to the JC Fair, and I certainly would hope that everybody in this room knows what the JC Fair is. The JC Fair is our biggest fundraiser. It is what enables us to pay for our events within the community. It's what enables us to do shopping for people, for underprivileged families at Christmas. It really does pay the bills. And what we do when it comes to the safety services is we actually contract with the police department, and they provide us security. Most of the time we don't need it, but in case we do, they're there to help us out. We also work very closely with the fire department to ensure that our midway, I guess you'd say, is set up so that an ambulance or a fire truck can get in there, again, in case of an emergency. So there's definitely collaboration going on there. Move on to the July 4th parade, and certainly having some of the roads closed off definitely involves some help from the city and from the police officers. And one of my favorite events is the July 4th celebration in the park and fireworks. Now, I'm sure that all you guys up there know, and maybe some of the audience do as well, the JCs are the ones who pay for the fireworks in the city of North Canton. This year we were lucky to have one sponsor came on board, not a co-sponsor, but they certainly helped defray the cost. But that night is, the best way to put it is like we're putting on a block party for the city. It's about a $10,000 to $11,000 night for us. And probably one of the coolest things was actually being able to sign a purchase order for $8,000 worth of fireworks. Of course, I didn't get to shoot them off. But the next coolest thing would probably be standing up on the stage and introducing the band in front of about 2,000 or 3,000 people. That's pretty cool. But Where the city comes into play is again with the safety services that are there. In fact, we actually had someone that required an ambulance service after the fireworks went off, and so they were there to help. But again, with Gary Cohen, he lives around the corner from me, and I tell you what, leading up to fireworks time, I don't think that I can walk past his house or he can walk past my house without saying something about, hey, we heard from the fireworks company, or are we all set to go? So definitely some real collaboration there. And it all culminates with kind of where we started this conversation about needing to recognize the city, and that was Safety Town. This year we had around 25 kids that went to Safety Town. These are students that are in the North Kansas City School District getting ready to go into kindergarten. And we had representatives from the police department, which was neat for the kids to see the police car. We also had a fireman, and they dressed up actually in their full gear so the kids can see that if there's a fire in their house, not to be scared of the firemen, but to go for help. We also had representatives from the EMS there, and again, it's just great that the kids can really interact with these people and see that they're not scary individuals, but they are there to help. So, all in all, we conservatively estimate that between 7,000 and 10,000 people from our community and the surrounding area attend or bear witness to our events. So really the collaboration that we have here from the city certainly helps a lot of people and certainly gives them something to do on some of these summer nights. So without further ado, I'd like to read a certificate of appreciation that we came up with from the board and from the members. In recognition of the exceptional support received from the City of North Canton and the City's safety services for community events held in 2014, which include the North Canton Jaycees Easter Egg Hunt, the North Canton Jaycees and Stark County Board of ED Invitational Track Meet and Bocce Competition, the Jaycee Fair, the July 4th Parade, the North Canton Jaycees July 4th Celebration in the Park and Fireworks, and Safety Town. The Board of Directors and members of North Canton Jaycees wish to present this certificate to the City of North Canton. And it's signed by myself as the president of the North Canton Jaycees. It's also signed by another city resident, Dennis Coy, who was previous president. He serves as our chairman of the board, but he's also the president of the Ohio Jaycees. So without further ado, I'd like to present this to the mayor.
And Mrs. Hoffman, do you mind taking a picture?
Yeah. Sure, here.
And anybody else that wants to do it?
Oh, you need to?
Marcia. All right.
Oh, yeah, your son.
Son to the eyes. As you can see, we planned this out well.
Yeah.
Is the sun still 1 cent to the sun? Here, how about if you get in the middle there?
There. Okay, there you go.
There's someone.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you, Jamie, if you want to just stand up there, and Ann also. I'm glad that Jamie went through the list of everything that takes place with the Jaycees, because oftentimes there's so many activities that go on in the city, and I don't think that even the ones that do realize that it's sponsored by the Jaycees, I know that there's most of the people in the community, they really don't realize that. And I've participated in every one of those events numerous times over the past 20 years, with the exception of the Safety Town. I didn't participate in that one.
Yeah, we did a teacher class.
Teacher class, yeah. And the Special Olympics, this is truly like the Super Bowl for the athletes. They absolutely love that. And if anybody pays attention to the 4th of July parade, the coordination effort that has to go into lining all of the parade participants, that in itself has got to be the most stressful event that you folks have. And that's not including the Jaycee Fair, which I know that's like the biggest event. But we truly appreciate the work that you folks do. And the fireworks, that speaks for itself. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.